There is a quote from a young man who spent some time in Williamsburg during the American Civil War. His name was Captain David Cronin, well educated and with a keen eye for the historic buildings of the old capital. He said, "An air of venerable prestige pervades the town, and this will always render it attractive and inspiring to lovers of history." Welcome to Colonial Williamsburg, and welcome to BrightPath Tours. This is part one of a tour that will take us through the entire area that was the old capital city. The Colonial Williamsburg that we see today is a reconstruction of the thriving town as it existed during the 1700s, the time it served as the capital of colonial Virginia. We're beginning this tour at one of the historic and very important taverns that served the town, Christina Campbell's. Christina Campbell's Tavern is on Waller Street, directly across from the old Capitol. From there, we're walking down the north side of Duke of Gloucester Street to our final stop at the Governor's Palace. Of the 88 restored buildings in town on this tour, we'll see a number of the most picturesque and important buildings that served the colonial population. Before we begin, there are just a couple of reminders I'd like to offer. First, watch your step. The sidewalks are mostly paved with brick, and they can be uneven and slippery. The original colonial town would not have had these nice brick sidewalks. They were someone's idea of how the town should look. Many visitors prefer to walk in the road, which has its own hazards, namely the horses and horse-drawn carriages. If you happen to end up behind one of those, do be careful and watch where you're stepping. Also, since we're walking from one building to another, many of the stops will be close together, so at any point you can have a seat on one of the many benches. You'll never be far from the current stop. First up on our tour is Christina Campbell's Tavern, which is on Waller Street, across the street from the Capitol and just beyond the Capitol grounds. As you make your way there, I'd like to give you a little history of this town. If you're there already, please feel free to have a seat nearby, but not at the tavern itself, as it may be open for business. Before Williamsburg became the capital, this place was known as...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?